how are you all? Very warm welcome to my channel as well as to New Year's. Happy New Year 2022. Even though my mind, my soul and my body are stuck in 2019, nevertheless we cannot ignore the fact that we are in 2022. Today I'm going to sit with you and discuss some intentions that I have for the coming year, which is basically the things that I am not going to be buying in 2022. There are 10 things on my list. I am very intentional with my money. My entire idea of personal finance is to strike a balance, to be a responsible adult person who does not waste their money, who is serious about savings and investments and their money actually turning into a potential wealth that could, help me in times of crisis, help me if I want to make a change in my career, helps me if there is a health crisis, helps me to travel and make bigger purchases in life later on. And also at the same time, just because I have those larger goals and just because I am preparing for a day of crisis, I don't want my every single day of my life to be miserable. So I do allow myself a little bit of potential, a little bit of room to do some shopping, but I also have a head on my shoulders, which basically takes care of any kind of spendthrift behavior. All right. So I'm sitting here with a cup of water, trying to navigate my way through it. And there are 10 things, these 10 things that I'm going to mention today that I will not be buying because of various reasons. All right. So let's just start. But before we do that, please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is linked down below. All right, let's get started. Number one, the first thing I'm not looking forward to buying, calendars. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but whatever date it is, you can actually see it on your laptop, on your mobile, on every single smart device that you might have. You don't need physical calendars. If you want, you can download a calendar off of Google. So you don't really have to have a calendar per se. So there are a lot of times in previous years when I have actually gave into the fact that I'll buy these cute calendars, which obviously we know the validity of that is just 1 year. It would just expire on 31st December of that year. But because Instagram pushes it, there are so many ads in the first month, like January, of the calendar of the new year that I get sucked in sometimes. And also all these companies, all these banks, they send you calendars. So I actually had this penchant of collecting calendars, but now I'm completely done away with it. There is only one calendar that we have bought, which is like a Hindu Panchang calendar, and it is for my mother. It's hung in her house so that she can look at all the Tej and Tyohar and all the tithis that she needs to follow. But other than that, we don't have a calendar, and I don't think I will be buying one. So yeah, no calendars needed, and I will not be buying calendars in 2022. Number second, planners. I don't need any more new planners or journals in my life. Do you know how many journals and planners I have? Let me show you. First of all is this. This is basically, I don't know if I can show you this or not. Okay. This is a blank page of this. This is a planner in which I make my to-do list. All the things are there. Basically all my top priorities, how many glasses of water I have had, what I did for breakfast and lunch and dinner, and the things that I'm grateful for. So first I fill this first thing in the morning. Then I fill this journal. I'm a crazy journal person. This is basically Q&A for 5 years. So like for example, today is like 7th January. So you actually open it for 7th January and you answer the question that is in there. The question for today is, you are lucky, how so or not so? So these are basically questions that help you introspect. That is what I fill. Then I fill this journal. Just bear with me. This is a journal of 1 line a day. So it's date based for 5 years. There is this much space to write about one single day. So at the end of the day or beginning of the next day, you write about how your previous day was. So I fill this there. Then I have a journal, this journal which I maintain for my YouTube activities. So anything that I need to plan for YouTube, I put it here. Then I have another pocketbook that I don't have with me, in which I put all my things about, the things that I need to do as a lawyer. And then I have this notebook, this beautiful notebook, in which is miscellaneous. I put my YouTube stuff in there. I put my long notes. Sometimes I need to take really long notes. So I do have journals and planners and multitude of them. And sometimes because I'm busy, I fail to even fill them properly. So I don't need any more journals and planners and stuff like that in my life. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. No planners for me in 2022. Number 3 is pens. I don't think I need to give a reason for that. Everything is digital nowadays. I barely write anything. Of course, I fill these journals and I do take notes sometimes on calls and stuff like that. But I'm a very fast typer and I'm very comfortable in typing stuff. So sometimes I just let go of writing and instead I type. And every other deliverable, all my work on YouTube and as a lawyer, everything happens digitally. So I don't really have to put pen to paper that many times. It's purely a choice. And for that, I have enough pens. I ordered like 12 pens ka set last year, and they are like not one of them has gotten finished. And every time I get sucked in because these beautiful pens and beautiful stationeries are getting sold on Instagram and other these smaller websites, and I buy it and I always distribute them. I know I don't need these many pens, so I give it one to my bua and one to my chachi and to my cousins and to my friends and to my mother and to my father. मुझे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए और पेन्स खरीदने की जरूरत नहीं है. No pens for me in 2022. Number 4 is perfumes. Now, I sit here in my house and don't leave the house. So even if I smell bad, nobody's gonna know. I mean, on a serious note, I do take a really good care of myself hygiene-wise. However, I don't need to put perfume when I'm just sitting in my house. And I'm anyways not a big perfume person, but even if I have to go out, I have 2 very beautiful perfumes. One is from Michael Kors and one is from Marc Jacobs. Both of them are gifts. Then I have this beautiful perfume that I got from Amsterdam. I got it from Primark, I believe. Yeah. And it's beautiful. I got it from my mother. She refused to wear it because she's also not a perfume person. And I started wearing it and it's absolutely beautiful. Then I have a Miniso perfume. So I have these 4 perfumes that do the job of like putting perfume one time in the month that I go out. So no more perfumes for me. Perfumes anyways, like very strong perfumes, they give me headache. And I feel like my inclination is to not smell bad instead of smelling good. Do you understand the difference? I mean, I'll take care, I'll make sure that I don't have a body odor. I'll make sure that my clothes are washed and clean. I'll make sure that I'm clean in general, But I'm not really fussed about smelling also a certain way or having a signature fragrance and whatnot. So because of all of these considerations, because I don't have these considerations, won't be buying any perfume for 2022. Number 5 is showpieces. Now, I have gone on and on about this particular thing that I don't like, that every single empty space that you might have in the house, we have this innate urge to fill it with a showpiece. I don't have that kind of urge. I hate gifting showpieces. I hate buying showpieces. I hate receiving showpieces. None of that. Maximum, the only kind of showpieces that I actually buy are photo frames with quotes. Like for example, do you remember this poem called To Zinda Ho To from Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, written by Javed Akhtar and narrated by Farhan Akhtar in the film? I have a photo frame of that. I have a photo frame of my favorite Jane Austen quote from Sense and Sensibility. Those 2 photo frames I have. And these kind of things I really like because they relate to the books and movies I actually love in real life. But other than that, I don't need anything else. I'm very okay with empty spaces. I'm very okay with empty counters. I'm very okay with that kind of, not having any kind of unnecessary clutter in my life. If there is a thing that is not going to remind me of anything, if there is a thing that is the whole purpose of me buying that thing is probably the fact that it will look good in my house, I'm never going to buy it. It needs to have some other feature other than looking good. So no showpieces for me in 2022 and probably in the rest of my life also, dear God. Number 6 is mums. Don't get me started on that, alright? Do not get me started on that. I love mugs, and it is sort of a problem for me to do mugs. I just can't do it. When I see cute mugs getting sold on these Instagram platforms and websites, I cannot help myself and I need to buy it with a lot of urgency. In my last year, I acquired, I'm not even kidding you, I acquired 7 mugs. Some of them were gifts because people know that I like mugs and they tend to give me gifts. And I have also given mugs as gifts to other people. So there's just a lot of mug shopping that has happened every single year, and this is one problem area for me. So I know that I have sufficient mugs in my life, and hence I won't be buying anymore. Number 7 is OTT subscriptions. I have enough OTT subscriptions. I have enough OTT subscriptions that I can't watch. I have Amazon Prime. I have Hotstar. I don't have Netflix of my own, but my friend has, and I am absolutely in no mood to buy my own. And I have Z5. I also have Voot, and I also have one more. I have Sony Live. I have enough of them. मेरा बस चले तो मैं आधे से ज़्यादा तो कैंसिल करा दूँ इस साल. तो बाय तो मैं कतई नहीं कर रही. बिल्कुल नहीं, कोई OTT सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं चाहिए मुझे अपनी लाइफ में. हाँ, if my Amazon Prime expires, I'm going to renew it. That's a separate thing. Because Amazon Prime, I cannot live without it. But other than that, there is no other OTT subscription that I'm buying or renewing. Number 8 is plastic toothbrushes. So in 2021, I realized one thing, that I don't want plastic toothbrushes, and I actually switched to bamboo toothbrushes. I'm going to show you one that we use as a family. This is from this brand called Belsol. Okay. So it looks like this. This is not the toothbrush that I use. I am sensible enough to not show you a toothbrush that I use in my personal life. This is a brush that I use. The one that I use has black bristles, not that you wanted to know. So it's a really nice toothbrush. It's much more eco-friendly than your plastic ones. And the bristles and everything, it's the correct size that you need to brush your teeth with. And I don't want to create unnecessary kind of, eco-waste just by opting for a plastic toothbrush. So eco-friendly toothbrush for me. Number 9 is unnecessary hair accessories, hair products. If you have seen my video on, I have done an entire video on 7 things that I regret buying. One of them was that I bought a Himalaya hair cream and I never used it. And I realized that I don't like to put expensive or artificial market-bought products on my hair. My hair, they are inexplicable. But whenever I put anything in that except shampoo and conditioner, they are always home remedies. So shampoo and conditioner is a basic necessity, but other than that, I'm not going to be buying anything else like a cream or a serum or an expensive hair treatment, any kind of hair accessories, hair extension, none of that sort. Number 10 is a basic thing. I'm not going to buy anything that is for my future self. For example, I'm not going to office right now, but I won't be actually actively investing in something that I will be wearing when I go to office. So if I'm not going to office right now, no corporate clothes will be, no work clothes will be bought, no work shoes will be bought, no bags will be bought, because it's a future self. Whenever I get to it, I anyways have a full wardrobe that I can use while I actually go to office. And going to office is like an example, like I'm not going to be buying like a trench coat here just because someday I'll go to New York or London. So that kind of wasteful attitude I don't want to have towards shopping. So I'm not going to be investing in my future self like that. I will be teaching myself Spanish. I will be investing in my wealth and my health and here, but not shopping wise. So guys, these were the 10 things I will not be buying in 2022, and that's my approach towards personal shopping and my discretionary expenses. Please tell me in the comments down below as to what you think of it. Please also give me suggestions of any YouTube videos that you might be wanting to watch and you might want my perspective on. My humble request to you. I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna see you in my next one.